Today's lesson is lesson 47, simplifying mixed measures. Now, simplifying is almost like a converting. Mixed measures would be like inches and feet, minutes and hours, but they're mixed. So, simplifying mixed measures. Now, this is another one of those lessons where you need to go step by step, and you need to follow the steps exactly as we put them down. That will avoid any careless mistakes. The best way to look at it is for us to look at some examples together. So, for example, Jaylin is 5 feet 4 inches tall. The question then is, how many inches tall is Jaylin? Well, we're going to need to convert feet into inches, and we already know that this is 4 inches. So, we're going to list it down just exactly like this is how you'd lay it down. Now, the first step is just laying it out like this, making sure you end up, because it says how many inches tall is he, that we would have inches and inches here. Now, step number 2 is to lay out the conversion for feet to inches. So it's 1 foot equals 12 inches. So notice I laid this over to the side, and I'm going to write out the conversion. Then I'm going to put in the information that I knew from my problem, which was right up here at the 5 feet. I'm going to say, well, if I know 1 foot is 12 inches, 5 feet is how many inches? Well, you may remember me, I've said many times that what you do to one side, you do to the other. So in this case, I went from 1 to 5. I can either multiply or divide. Well, this one I multiplied times 5. 1 times 5 is 5. Well, if I multiply times 5 over here, what am I going to do over here? Hopefully you said in your head, multiply it times 5. Well, 12 times 5 is 60. So I've done my conversion of feet converted to inches. So now I'm going to take this number, and like I put this one over here, I'm now going to put this one back up here. And I'm going to have 60 inches plus 4 inches equals 64 inches. And then I'm going to circle my answer. Now, these right here and right here, don't normally circle them. I just circled them so you could see where I was moving them. But make sure your answer is circled. The other thing you have to do is make sure you bring this amount down, because if you just put in 60 inches, then you would be wrong. So we'll do a couple problems together, but then we'll look at it again in class once more before work time. All right, our next conversion is Carla ran 1/4 mile in 1 minute, 15 seconds. How many seconds did she run the race in? Well, I know I can line up my seconds and seconds, so I'm going to put my 15 down straight away. Now I have to convert my minutes to seconds. So that's how I would lay it out. Then I'd go over to the side and say, what is my conversion? Well, I know that 1 minute equals 60 seconds. So I look up there and say, well, how many minutes did I have? Well, amazingly enough, I had 1 minute. So I actually don't even need to write a conversion. I could put 1 minute equals, how did I get from here to here, times 1. So over here, times 1 equals 60 seconds. I wouldn't have to do that, but I could. So I know that 1 minute, this 60 seconds is going to go back up over here. And I would say 60 seconds plus 15 seconds equals 75 seconds. And then circle my answer. Again, it's just doing everything step by step. All right, here's our next one. The melon weighed 3 pounds, 8 ounces. How many ounces did the melon weigh? Well, I know then I'm going to bring down my ounces just as they are. Then I know I'm going to have to convert my pounds into ounces to get my second half. So I would go over to the side and say, well, what's my conversion? I will be giving you a conversion chart, by the way, so you don't have to memorize them all. 1 pound equals 16 ounces. Well, up here, I have 3 pounds. So down here, I'm going to put 3 pounds equals. Well, how did I get from 1 to 3? I didn't divide because I'm getting bigger. I multiplied. So 1 times 3 is 3. Then over here, what I do to one side, I do to the other, times 3. Well, 16 times 3 would be 48. 3 times 6 is 18. Carry the 1. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. So 48 ounces. So this amount would go up, whoops, sorry about that, would go up to here, and it would be 48 ounces plus 8 ounces equals 56 ounces. And circling my answer. Now, I'm going to have you do just 2 more, partially on your own, just to make sure you kind of have the pattern down, and then we're going to look at them and review a little bit more together tomorrow. Okay, here's the first one I want you to try on your own. 6 feet, 2 inches equals how many inches? Go ahead and do what you need to based on what's written there, and I will give you your conversion of 1 foot equals 12 inches. See if you can lay everything out. I will give you just a moment, and then I will walk through it, and you can see if yours matches mine. All right, what you would have done is, since you're converting to inches, bring down your 2 inches, and then realize we need to convert our feet into inches, and we need to find out what's going to go in there. So then I come over here to my conversion. 1 foot equals 12 inches, and I have 6 feet in my problem. So I would go 1 times 6 is 6. 12 times 6 equals 72 inches. This amount goes back up into here, and I put it in as 72 inches plus 2 inches is 74 inches. And circle my answer. Again, remember, if you have a question about something, make sure that you are asking. Putting a mark so you can do ask in class. And our last one today is 2 hours and 30 minutes equals how many minutes? Okay, go ahead and start it out. Your conversion is 1 hour equals 60 minutes. First thing is, since I'm converting to minutes, I'm going to bring my 30 straight down so I don't forget about it. Plus, I have to convert my hours to minutes, so I'll put a place for that. Now I actually have to do my conversion. Well, it says up there I have 2 hours. So I know 1 hour equals 60 minutes times 2 on this side times 2 on this side is 120 minutes. So I then take this information here and run it back up to this problem. So 120 minutes plus 30 minutes is 150 minutes. Circling your answer. All right, hopefully you're getting it. We're going to practice a little bit more together with a conversion sheet. And then for those of you who really get it, we'll go the next step and look and see how 5th graders would do that. How 6th graders would do that just a little bit differently next year. So again, make sure you've marked anything that you're not sure of so you can be sure to ask me questions about it. Have a good night.